James Summers Morning Blend. Today I have Rachel Browdy with me, and she's written a book, Journey Through the Advent Calendar. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Tell us about the book.
So the book is about a 14-year-old boy named Zachariah who comes across an Advent calendar, and the Advent calendar has little doors on it, just like the ones we're used to seeing in the stores. And he gets sucked into the Advent calendar, and it's a whole world inside. And he has to figure out how to get back out, and he has to accomplish different things connected to Advent.
So what is Advent?
So Advent is connected to the Catholic Church. It's a season that the Catholic Church determined people should celebrate before Christmas. And it is the time, the 4 weeks prior to Christmas Day, that people use to prepare their hearts for Jesus. So in Advent, there's usually a wreath with 4 candles, and each candle represents hope, faith, joy, and peace. And so Zachariah indirectly learns about those things as he is going through this world. And the world is a fantasy world. He meets all sorts of new creatures and all sorts of new people, and it's way out of his comfort zone. And so he has to travel through this entire world in order to find out these things.
Sounds like Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole.
It's a lot like, it reminds me of that, as well as connected with like Chronicles of Narnia, like getting sucked into the wardrobe and they don't know anything about the world, and then
Right.
here they're all these things. So
I like
yeah.
Chronicles. Yeah, Chronicles of Narnia. Yeah, I like that. I like the first movie. First movie was really good. So where did this idea come from?
So actually, I have written books for adults, and they've been connected to learning those kinds of things in the books. And then I got connected with Josh Stevens from Reedy Press, and he wanted to start a branch, Beati Publishing, and start writing things about morality, but kind of with an edge that are entertaining for kids and adults and teenagers. And so he knew Advent calendars. You know, people are all about them. You've got the ones with the socks and the ones with the different drinks and the ones with the chocolate. And so he said it would be cool to write a book about an Advent calendar. So we sat down and discussed it, and I was like, oh, if there was a world inside the Advent calendar, and it was based on everything that has to do with Advent, but it was a fantasy world with dragons and mysterious other creatures and magic and everything, that would be so cool. And so Josh was like, yeah, and then we kind of went off from there.
Sounds interesting. Now I got one more question for you. Tell us about the Browdy Bunch that I'm looking at on your wall over there.
So I'm a teacher. Yeah, I know. I was wondering, this background is like going to be interesting. But I'm a teacher in O'Fallon, Missouri. And so I have been a history teacher for the past 15 years. This is my 16th year teaching. And I've taught all sorts of different classes in history. And one year, one of the classes was really small. So the students gave me a gift where it was each kid's picture, and they put the Browdy Bunch on it. Browdy.
That is so cool. So cool. We've been talking today with Rachel Browdy, talking about Journey Through the Advent Calendar. Where can we get this book?
The book is sold where any book is sold. You can get it from a lot of small town bookstores, as well as your big ones like Barnes and Noble. And you can get it online, and then Beati Publishing and has a website, journeythroughtheadventcalendar.com, where people can also purchase it.
Oh man, sounds cool. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and talking about your book and explaining to us about the Browdy Bunch on your wall there.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed being here. Thank you.
Thank you.